The next topic is majoritarianism in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka emerged as an independent country in 1948, just 1 year after we got independence from the British rule. The leaders of the Sinhala community sought to secure dominance over government by virtue of their majority. As a result, the democratically elected government adopted a series of majoritarian measures to establish Sinhala supremacy. Finally, the Sinhala community adopted a new concept. The name of the concept is majoritarianism. In majoritarianism, it is a belief that the majority community of that particular country will rule that country. That means the minority community were not given much opportunities and their opinions doesn't matter. In 1956, an act was passed to recognize Sinhala as the only official language. So in the year 1956, finally an act was passed through which they made Sinhala as their official language and thus disregarding Tamils. And due to this is the first reason why Tamils were very angry against the Sinhala community in Sri Lanka. The government followed preferential policies that favor Sinhala applicants for university position and government job. So this is the second reason. Okay, this is the second reason why the Tamils were angry with Sinhala. Why? Because Sinhala were given more job opportunities in the university as well as the government job. A new constitution stipulated that the state shall also protect and foster Buddhism. So this is the third reason. Okay, that as Sinhala community followed Buddhism in Sri Lanka, thus they made a new constitution through which they will protect and foster Buddhism in Sri Lanka. All these government measures coming one after the other gradually increased the feeling of alienation among the Sri Lankan Tamils. These are the reason why they were very angry with the Sinhala community. They felt that none of the major political parties led by the Buddhist Sinhala leaders was sensitive to their language and culture. And finally they felt that the Sinhala leaders, they have not interest in their culture and languages. They felt that the constitution and government policies denied them equal political rights, discriminated against them in getting jobs and other opportunities, and ignored their interests. So these are the reasons why they felt left out in their country, Sri Lanka. As a result, the relation between the Sinhala and Tamils communities strained over time. So these were the reason why there was a conflict between Sinhala and Tamils in Sri Lanka. The Sri Lankan Tamils launched parties and struggle for the recognition of Tamil as an official language for regional autonomy and equality of opportunities in securing education and jobs. So finally they started revolting in their country by protesting against the Sinhala community, that they also want to make Tamil as an official language, and they also want different types of you can say opportunities in the education and job respective. But their demand for more autonomy to province populated by the Tamils was repeatedly denied. So as there were in Tamils also the two subdivision was there, the Sri Lankan Tamils and the Indian Tamils, right? So there was a conflict between these both Tamils, due to which their demand was not accepted by the Sinhala community. By 1980s, several political organizations were formed demanding an independent Tamil Elan, that means state in northern and eastern part of Sri Lanka. And finally in 1980s, they started you can say revolting, or you can say demanding to the Sinhala community that we want an separate independent Tamil Elan, in which both the Tamils, that means the Sri Lankan Tamils and the Indian Tamils, will form an organization and they will rule the certain parts of the Sri Lanka, that means the northern and eastern part of Sri Lanka. The distrust between the two communities turned into widespread conflict. It soon turned into a civil war. As there was a conflict between Sinhala community and Tamil community, thus finally it turned out to be a civil war in Sri Lanka. As a result, thousands of people of both the communities have been killed. Obviously, if a war will took place, lots of people will be killed. Many families were forced to leave the country as refugees, and many more lost their livelihood. So as a result, what was the result of this civil war? Many innocent people, they lost their life. Their families were forced to leave the country, and finally they left whatever their property was there in the in their country, that means in Sri Lanka. In this picture you can see how Sri Lanka was divided according to their culture which they follow. Just like this yellow shaded one is the you can say Sinhala community, okay. The pink shaded one is the Sri Lankan Tamils, the brown shaded one is the Indian Tamils, and you can say the small circle one is the Muslim community in the Sri Lanka. So go through this map, it will be easy for you all to understand how the country, or you can say how the Sri Lanka was divided according to the ethnic communities in them.